Hello, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. As we are a few days away from Bound for Glory as of this video right now, I believe we're under 24 hours away from Bound for Glory. There's a lot to speak on with this company, really. Going from the show, the card for tomorrow night, multiple changes that have been unfortunate, and hopefully next week goes better for them, especially during the tapings. But I just want to get through the review real quick, as this is the go home show. And yeah, once again, I kind of explained last week, a lot of these footages are from different companies. That they went back to Border City Wrestling. They did pretty much a promo video on Rosemary and Taya for their match, as Rosemary was in Border City Wrestling with and Allie going against Sienna and Casey Spinelli, which they tried to explain what's going on. They took the Border City, thing, footage and stuff, and they did their best to hype it up with the video packages, but I don't know. They tried to explain why Spinelli was in. They just kind of did a match from somewhere, and Allie got the win. The match was okay, so I'll give it that. They did a video package on the American Top Team thing with pretty much Bobby Lashley and King Mo going against Moose and Stephen Bonner this Sunday. They pretty much hyped the video up from everybody, even though King Mo was like he cut a face promo there for a second. But the production was really good. Like I said, video packages are really good. I'll give them that. But it feels like they've repeated a lot and almost made it look like Moose like a bad guy in a way. Lashley and pretty much American Top Team came to the ring. Dan Lambert cut a promo, pretty much calling all these wrestlers lowlifes and loudmouth fighters that had never been in a real sport and couldn't make it out of the way of a paper bag. And we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put them out of business. He mocked the fans. He talked about everybody. That Moose and Bonner don't have a chance, and that Moose is a two-sport athlete. From Bonner's in a lot of fights, he says, about his historic fight and everything. But Sunday, we're going to take them out. And next time you come to Universal Studios, you're gonna be seeing roller coasters, and pretty much he says he's gonna expose everybody this Sunday. So I don't like this whole American Top Team thing. I really don't. But it was a good promo. I'll give them that. I just, I'm going to get to this more once I get through the card, but I even have to agree with others. Bobby Lashley, I feel like, should be in a bigger role. Bobby Lashley should be in the world title picture. Bobby Lashley can cut a really good promo on his own. Look at last year. He put on some phenomenal work. He doesn't need a mouthpiece. I get he's a big guy, but he's a big guy that can actually talk and hold his own and be a dominant world heavyweight champion. And we've seen that. I'm hoping this whole thing is over after this, so Bobby Lashley can be in a better position and go back for the world championship like several other people in this company need to be, especially on this pay-per-view. But they even went to a match in a Pro Wrestling Noah with Moose and Okabayashi going against Nakajima and Kitamayaya. I'm sorry if I say his name wrong. Kitamayaya from Tokyo. Like I said, it was in Pro Wrestling Noah. It was a good match. Still good. Moose and them picked up the win, but once again, doesn't really help, with the show for Sunday and everything. Because like I said, I know they ran out of material, but they really gonna have to work good on it in the next tapings. They even went to a LAX video in the back with Conan as he was playing dominoes with Diamante and the others. Eli Drake then came in. He came prepared. He put on a bandana. And then Conan pretty much told Diamante to frisk him, as Drake was saying, Vila Raza, whoa, I see Rich reaching down at him. Adonis pretty much brought gifts, which was some guacamole and chips, and they were freshly made, he said. I know you guys like that kind of food, but Conan says, there you go. He threw it to the ground, and he says, listen, the vegan joints, tan salons, and TRT centers are somewhere else. So unless you ain't here for some Bon Jovi tickets, what the hell are you doing over here? And Drake says, we're not living on a prayer here, he says, but we have a mutual problem. And I know you guys want your belts back. I know you want to try to come for this title too, but I can help you guys against your opponents. Let's make sure none of our opponents make it this Sunday, he says. So, let's make sure we can take out OVE and Johnny Impact tonight. And as Conan pretty much says, this isn't a long-term deal. This is a one-night only thing. But after this, we're coming for that world title right there you got. As they shook hands then, and Drake said, yeah, and gracias. Diamante pretty much said, they didn't like the deal, but Conan says, this is how you do business, one night only, which was a really good, one of the best things on this show. I will say that. It was pretty funny too, how just Chris Masters there took out the chips and stuff. And I guess LAX wants to come for the world title now. Hopefully they may need another member. It still sucks that Low-Key left, because I really believe he could have been the guy to get the world title out of that thing. And we know Homicide wasn't at these tapes. And I don't know if they don't put Homicide in the world title. I know Homicide will be there this Sunday, they said, and you want to go off the card for that. So that's going to happen. And we could kind of put this off the card. This is actually a match on the card this Sunday. A 6-way for the X Division Championship match. X Division title this Sunday, as pretty much this is the match for Sunday. Trevor Lee versus Desmond Xavier versus Sanjay Dutt versus Petey Williams versus Matt Sydal versus Garza Jr. But this was a non-title match though. It will be on the line Sunday, but this was a non-title match. Why? I don't know. But Desmond Xavier did pick up the win with that back floor. It's got the Eddie Goro Mars attack. Still looks cool as hell. So, like I said, the match wasn't bad, but we're gonna see it Sunday unless it's some Ultimate X match. They showed a video pack for Gail Kim, as I believe it will be her final Bound for Glory this Sunday. Because she's supposed to be retiring soon. And they even show footage of Allie saying, I'm not that scared girl from last year. I've trained hard, I've done a lot, and I want to be the Knockouts champion. Sienna says they don't have a chance, and I know they had to edit Terrence Terrell out of the video too. As Gail Kim did come to the ring, talking about this is her 10th anniversary being in this, 12 years in the company, but 10th anniversary of the Knockouts division being born. She was the first ever Knockouts champion, Bound for Glory 2007. And, she's been a part of this division. She was fortunate to, be the Knockouts champion, be in the Hall of Fame and everything. And pretty much, but it's going to be her final BFG, her last one, as the fans said no. She started to laugh, and then she talked about her opponents, Allie. She's a fellow Canadian. And then they kind of, I can tell how they edit Terrence Terrell, because, you could hear Jim Roy say, and last, so it's like, they have to edit her out. Which I just still think it's dumb. I don't know if, I heard, to what I read, she can't get into Canada for some reason, but I just thought that was so strange she left before the pay-per-view in about a week or two. That just still, I don't know, it's just kind of leaves a bad taste. But it was promo simple, effective, and we'll see what happens this Sunday. I'm going to skip the Global Forge thing because I don't know what's going on right there. LAX thing came out. They showed more video packs for the title match this Sunday between Eli Drake and Johnny Impact. As LAX came out, they started already attacking, and Eli Drake already started attacking OVE. Eli Drake went to the top of the stage near the video monitors. Johnny Mundo came out. He pretty much took him out with the title. And that was actually a really bad match for the main event. Really good match, really. Mundo got the win, which was a roll-up on Santana. LAX started beating him up then. OVE tried to help out, but as they're in, Eli Drake and Jonathan put the boots to him as OVE and LAX brawled with each other, and as they beat him down with the title, they pretty much opened the under the ring, to expose the wooden part of it, and pretty much had a gravy train on him, as Eli Drake told him, like, I am the only one that's holding this championship. You will not win Sunday. But it was really good to hype up for the match Sunday. So the ending was really, really good. But as the build up to Bound for Glory, it just hasn't really been good. There are some positives and a lot of negatives to this. We know Jeff Jarrett is gone. I don't know how creative will be, really. I know people don't trust that John Gaburek guy a lot. I don't know what's going to happen. Jarrett's out. I'm glad we don't have Dixie really saying this, saying this anymore. But maybe creative can hopefully do better for this Sunday. This is a very stacked card, okay? But like I said, the position of some people like EC3 or Eddie Edwards or James Storm, and we've just been seeing all these releases and stuff just, fucking insane. These releases just don't make sense to me at this point. And, it's a shame one of the matches, I'll get to that in a second, which has pretty much been canceled, but we're gonna go over the card and everything, just know the build up. But just all these releases from Marche Rocket and MJ Jenkins, and pretty much all the referees are gone. All the Hebners, Stifler, Robert King. So I don't know if it's cost cutting or something. But then I'm sitting there, what referees are you gonna have for Sunday, really? So yeah, I really don't know what's really gonna happen. And as I advertised for 8 matches on Sunday, but let's kind of go over the card a little and talk about for Sunday, because like I said, the build up just to this show just hasn't really been that great, to be honest. I just think it's because how footage was placed. I don't think Johnny Impact versus Garza Jr. for a world title shot made no sense. And like I said, a lot of people can't make it to Canada, like Jim Cornette. We already know the Jarrett situation. And let's just go over the card real quick. Eli Drake versus Johnny Impact for the title. I don't think it'll be a bad match. Hopefully they can put on a great match. One match that I read now is canceled, and this isn't on anybody's fault really. So the Taya versus Rosemary match, which I actually was looking forward to that match for Sunday, and a Red Wedding was supposed to be really good, but unfortunately it's canceled now. Taya cannot make the show Sunday for personal reasons, and Impact pretty much made a statement on it. And Taya said she would explain later in the afternoon to why she won't make it Sunday or the tapings, but it's due to personal reasons. We don't really know what's gonna happen. And as for Rosemary, the most logical thing to do is just add her to the triple threat match for the title, which, since Terrence Harrell got that one, it's most likely will be Sienna versus Gail Kim versus Allie versus Rosemary in a fatal 4-way for the Knockouts Championship. But Taya says she's not really done with the company, just to what has been, what she said. And she will be back in January. Hopefully we will see Rosemary and Taya later on in the future. Some say most likely will be a lockdown in a cage match, which actually sounds great. Hey, bleed in there. So yeah. But yeah, it's unfortunate, because I really was kind of looking forward to that match. Other matches: OVE versus LAX in a 51-50 street fight for the tag titles. It is rumored that Sami Callihan is supposed to be there. There's supposed to be a lot of rumors for a lot of people to be there this Sunday. I tell you, I know some say Ricochet, but that's a reach if you say Ricochet. Even I know Ricochet, a lot of people say Ricochet wants to go to WWE, but he didn't sign there yet. Ricochet is like saying that'd be a miracle if he showed up there. They said Tessa Blanchard was supposed to be there. It's a lot of people out here supposed to be showing up Sunday. But yeah, that's for the street fight itself. I'm not really a fan of OVE. I just kind of want to see LAX kick the living shit out of them and win the titles just because. Because Conan's on the mic has pretty much made them look like fucking retards, really. And LAX just been kicking their ass. And it's supposed to be all the LAX this Sunday facing them. Santana, Ortiz, Conan, Homicide, and Diamante. Moose and Stephen Bonner versus Lashley and King Mo in a steel cage match, so 6 sides of steel. Like I said, I'm really not the biggest fan of this feud. Like I said, hopefully Moose and Bobby Lashley go somewhere better in the future, in a better feud, and get Lashley back in the world title picture. So yeah, EC3 and James Storm and Eddie Edwards versus El Hijo de Fantasma, Pagano, and El Tejano Jr. Pretty much AAA versus Impact. James Storm, I know there's been a lot of rumors with James Storm also. People say he's going to be leaving after the tapings, the pay-per-view tapings after this week. I don't know how much true that is. That's what it's been rumored to be. I don't know. I heard his contract's coming up, so we'll just have to find out, see what happens with that. Abyss versus the Great One of Monsters Brawl, which has actually been a really good build-up to that thing. I heard James Mitchell will be back in Abyss's corner, so they actually did a real good build-up to that. I'll give them that. I've already talked about the X Division title, so we actually have 7 matches for Sunday. They're supposed to be saying Alberto El Patron will show up this Sunday, and what will he do? So I don't know. But the lineup looks solid. It's a solid card. I'll give it that. So what I hear that Ottawa, Canada at the Aberdeen Pavilion Center, which is supposed to hold over 1,100 people. I'm not sure on the venue size. So what I heard, they said they sold out. They said it's supposed to be a full house. They've sold out, tickets and everything. So we'll see what happens this Sunday. Hopefully this pay-per-view can go really good. It looks like they have a sold-out crowd. It looks like they have a solid card. Let's hope the booking can be right. Because I'll admit, Destination X and Slammiversary were actually really good shows on their pay-per-view. I will give them that. So I'm really hoping they can do good. We don't have Jared really in control and stuff, so hopefully creative gets somewhere better. I don't know if they're, to what that Ed Norholm dude said, that maybe Billy and Corgan will be working on it. I know Billy Corgan's been showing a lot of NWA videos out already, and I know Magnus is part of that. I just wanted to get a quick run on that, because he would like to work with them in the future. Hopefully something happens with that. But my only problem with Slammiversary early in the year was just it was just some of the booking that didn't make sense. But I think it was just because of Jared, just to get this whole global force thing over. Because like I said before, I was no fan of Alberto really winning the title, and look what happened when he won the title right after. Just fucked it all up and should just put the belt back on Lashley. Really, I've said that for months now. So we will see what happens tomorrow night on Bound for Glory. I know it's been a lot of screwy things going on in and around here. So hopefully in this pay-per-view and the tapings, hopefully they can do some better stuff, and hopefully have some good booking in the show tomorrow and some really great matches without no bullshit going on. And hopefully get some people in a better position, because even I have to admit, EC3's the Impact Champion. That was the Impact Champion or the Impact Grand Champion. Sorry, Impact Grand Champion. But the title is not on the line though, and he hasn't really been positioned for something with that really. I'm still not a fan of the rule system, even though Billy Corgan created that. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. There will be live reactions, so hopefully Bound for Glory is actually good tomorrow night, and it's not, like I said, not a lot of bullshit going on. But I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out, and we'll see what happens.